Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to this throwback intro. I don't know, it just came out when I sat down. So, how's it going? Happy Father's Day. I'm taking some time out of my day to show you a little haul video of some stuff that I picked up. I got some music, got some movies, got some comics, and as a courtesy to you, I will put the timestamps down in the description. So if there's anything you want to skip past, you can go ahead and click those and then move on to the stuff you want to see. So that being said, let's go check out some music that I picked up this week. Okay, so this haul in music, not much. Got a couple CDs and a record, but they were worth picking up, I think. First up, Harvey Danger, Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone? This was a CD that came out in the late 90s. Their track Flagpole Sitta was kind of big on the radio for a while. So I don't think I ever had it, because that's the only song I recall. So I decided to pick it up. It was like $3 or something like that. Oh, excuse me. In honor of my good friend Johnny DaCosta, picked up Depeche Mode, Violator. This year for Motor City Comic Con, as we were driving, we listened to a lot of Depeche Mode, courtesy of Nate, because I didn't have any. But yeah, enjoyed it. And then lastly, I bought one record. Went to Second and Charles on Thursday, because Nate had told me that our friend Brad had taken back some Goon issues, and I've been big on trying to find those in singles, and I think he took them back like on Monday or something, and when I went back on Thursday, they were all gone. But I did pick up this record that Brad also took back to Second and Charles, found out after I picked it up, but Mastodon, Emperor of Sand, big fan of Mastodon. Going through a Mastodon phase right now, it seems. But absolutely love the band. I think they're amazing. And this is their latest record, latest full length. And they won a Grammy for, I believe it was Sultan's Curse, the first track off of this album, as a metal performance. So pretty stoked on it. I love the artwork. Just super cool. Good stuff. Love the music too. So if you haven't checked out Mastodon, give them a shot. Next, we'll head into the cave and right through that door. And I'll show you some VHS tapes I picked up this week. Or the last couple weeks. Whatever. I'll show you some VHS tapes. Okay, so here we are. Probably for the majority of the video, some VHS tapes. Some stuff I found and some stuff that I picked up at a couple different Salvation Armies over the last couple weeks. I think in total I probably spent like $4 or $5 on all these tapes. But this first part is going to be all stuff that I had when I was younger and I found in boxes down here. First up, original Star Wars trilogy, before they went and remade everything. We have Dracula, the Prince of Darkness. Of course, one of my favorite movies of all time, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We have Salem's Lot. Beverly Hills Ninja. Gotta love some Chris Farley. And some Chris Rock in that movie. Twister. Cow. The Best of the Doors. Air Force One. I think my dad actually bought this for me for a birthday, because we watched it together. I don't remember it very well. Special Edition trilogy. After all the digital mastering and remastering and all that craziness, I have no defense for this one. Romeo and Juliet. Mr. Bean, the best bits of Mr. Bean. And Mr. Bean, Unseen Bean. Oh, I love Mr. Bean. UFO Files cover up. SLC Punk, which was one of my favorite movies as a teenager. I haven't watched it in a real long time, but I remember loving it. Sleepaway Camp, one of the most fucked up didness horror movies I've ever seen. Midnight Madness, Michael J. Fox. I think it's one of his first movies. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, movie that my dad always rented for me when I was homesick from school. Yeah, I think he bought that one for me too. And then Hunchback of Notre Dame. Sure, that was one of the ones my mom bought me. So those are the ones I had from when I was younger. These are the ones that the stack I just picked up yesterday for $2. So, Caddyshack, classic. Lethal Weapon 2. Lethal Weapon 3. Lethal Weapon 4. I already have Lethal Weapon, the original. Picked that up, I think, the first day that Nate talked me into picking up VHS tapes. Short Circuit. Some Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito goodness. Twins. Blue Chips. Shaq's acting debut. Oh, this is one that I had lying around. Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. That's one I had before. I didn't just buy that. Same with this one. Face to Face, The First 7 Years. So those got mixed up. My bad. Cocktail, The Good Era of Tom Cruise. I'm going to save that one for last. The Never Ending Story, number 1. Against All Odds. The only reason I picked this up because of the Phil Collins song. Necessary Roughness. Never actually saw this, but why not? Cliffhanger. Some more Stallone. We have the X-Files. Highlander. Love Bomba. I remember watching this as a kid and I freaking loved it. And then Robin Williams. Every time I see a Robin Williams movie, I pick it up. So Patch Adams. Even though I wasn't a big fan of Patch Adams, I got Patch Adams. Probably one of my... this is top... I would almost say this is my favorite movie of all time. The Crow. I know it's my favorite comic book adaptation into a film. I would say at least top 3 or 2 movies of all time. This, like I said, this might be my favorite movie of all time. Love it. And then pick this up. Clockwork Orange. Big surprise that it was still there. Stoked on that. Next, I don't remember when I picked these up, but I know I did. Demolition Man. Mac and Me. I hardly remember this movie. I think my mom taped it off HBO or something when we had it, and we had a copy. I don't remember it, but I'll watch it. Beethoven. Gotta love Beethoven. Never saw this one. Costner and Robin Hood. I love Robin Hood. Never saw the Costner one. Big. The Good Son. I think I picked these up at a different... This wasn't a Salvation Army. This was some different thrift shop. Delta Force. 10 cents a piece. School Ties. Matt Damon. Stargate. And then we have Doug's first movie. I'm a big fan of Doug. On the lookout for any Doug series or anything like that, but I've never been able to find them. Fried Green Tomatoes. This is a throwback for me. A little nostalgia here. Every time I went to my aunt and uncle's house and spent some time there, we always ended up watching this movie. I have no idea why. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. More Stallone. And then we got Cape Fear. Little Big League. I love baseball movies. Top Gun and Race Cars. Days of Thunder. This is a fantastic cast in this one. Stagecoach. This has Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, and Johnny Cash in it. Bought that for the cast alone. Vertical Limit. Payback. Mr. Mom. This is a throwback one for me too. Remember watching that when I was younger. Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, because why not? Funny Farm. This one was a surprise to find. Reservoir Dogs. This is a fantastic movie too. I love this one so much, so good. And then the steal of the week. I picked this up for the going price of 10 cents. This whole set, the Beatles anthology. So 8 tapes, 10 cents for all 8 tapes. I was going in there. Actually, Nate told me about this when he went to a Salvation Army, and I was like, oh man, I gotta stop by after work. So ran up there, had $1. I think I picked this up. Demolition Man and I forget what the other one was, but another one, and went up to the desk because it's 10 tapes for $1. I mean, it's all 10 cents, but it says 10 for $1. I don't know why. But I went up there to pay, and she was like, "Oh, well, this is all just one. This all counts as one, so it's 10 cents." So my entire purchase was like 32 cents. Pretty awesome. I had to do a little bit of repair on one of the tapes. Actually, tape 1. The flap was cracked right here and like broken off. So I just took a spare tape I had lying around and replaced it. Because now I'm getting into the repair business of VHS tapes, because you know that's a lucrative business. Anyway, let's go look at some comics. Okay, so here we are back in the orange chair for comic book time. Show you the books I picked up for the last couple weeks. I think one of them's 3 weeks old, but you know, whatever, it happens. Anyway, Daredevil 603. I keep like toying with the idea of dropping Daredevil, but then I never do. And then when I say I'm going to, it shows up in my pull box, and I feel bad for leaving it there. So Daredevil, it's not terrible. It's just, I don't know. Sorry, I've been having some coughing issues lately. Anyway, Dr. Starr and the Kingdom of Lost Tomorrows. This is issue 4. This is the finale. Jeff Lemire really hurt me here. I actually read this today, Father's Day, and there's some. It's rough. It's rough, but good stuff. I know I thought about dropping that one too, but I never did. Once I realized it was only a 4-part miniseries, so decided to stay on it. And now it's done. Next, Oblivion Song, issue 4. Pretty good. I feel like it's just another Kirkman book where it's gonna just take forever to get anything going. So I might end up dropping this one. I don't know. We'll see. The Fix, issue 12. Love this title. This book is fantastic, hilarious. Love it. Never dropping it. It's great. If you're not reading it, you should be, because it's good. Really good. Another one that's really good Mr. Miracle issue 9. My shop had the variant cover for this. I almost picked it up, but I think most of my collection is of this title is the regular covers. So I think I'll just stick with the regular covers. But I love this book. Fantastic story. Crazy twist at the end. So love it. Really, really good. And then last but not least, a new number 1, The Immortal Hulk. I actually picked up 2 copies of it because I love this cover so much. I've never read a Hulk book at all, ever, not once. But I really enjoy this. It's got a pretty horror type feel to it, and you can attribute that to the art. Who does the art on this? Joe Bennett? Does he do the art? I think. I don't know. It's fantastic. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So adding it to the poll, and I'll keep getting that. Next, I'll show you some back issues that I picked up. Nothing super old, just some newer stuff. The oldest is 2002. So first up, Redlands issue 1. I have all of Redlands so far. Believe it goes up to 6. I don't know if they're coming back with more. Hopefully they are. I really enjoyed it. So 1, 2, and 3. My shop had them for $1 a piece. I couldn't just leave them there. Because one day maybe I'll meet Jordy Belair and, you know, have them signed and put up in the frame. I don't know. It never hurts to have extra, right? Especially when they're only $1. Other issues that were also only $1. Postal, issue 5. And issue 10. I'm, like, on the download trying to collect this. I think I have, like, the first 2 volumes in trade. And then I have 1 through 4, now 5, and then issue 10. But I don't know. I've enjoyed it so far. We have Grip, The Strange World of Men. I was flipping through looking for Goon back issues and saw the cover, and I was like, I know who that is. That is Hernandez cover. Hernandez. Beto Hernandez did this book. So, yeah, picked up 1, 2, and 4 of 5, so I'm looking for 3 and 5. Probably never find them unless I do my comic shop order, which may be sooner rather than later, because I can't find any Goon issues in the wild. But I did find this one, actually. This is The Goon Once Upon a Hard Time. This is issue 2 of 4. I have 1 and 3 already, so I need to find issue 4. But yeah, loving the Goon a whole lot, actually. There's a lot of humor, a lot of action, a lot of kind of deep stuff too, and a mob feel to it, and I love mob stuff. So one last thing, I picked up a trade. This came out like 3 weeks ago. I think tons of artists on this. This is Where We Live, a benefit for the survivors of the Las Vegas shooting. I think the first person I saw post anything about this was Gary Spencer Millage, who did Strange Haven. I guess who's still working on Strange Haven. It's the last little bit of it is in progress still. So saw he posted that he did some work on this, and I quickly messaged my shop to see if she could order it for me, and she did. So I got it. I believe this is the... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to go through it. I haven't really gone through it yet. I haven't read any of it yet. I was looking for the Millage stuff, but maybe that... No, that's it. I don't know. Should be an interesting read. I really haven't heard anything about it, but I picked it up. And yeah, that's it. So that's my whole video for this week. If you were following me on Twitter, I know there was promise of nudity. Not this time. Maybe next time we'll make some toast in the nude. Until then, have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.